I got a letter from my pen pal Yvette, see? You can tell she lives in France. Even the stamp is elegant. Wow, look at all the stuff she likes to do. Ballet, soccer, reading, gymnastics, horseback riding, and computer games. Yeah, well, maybe you're not impressed, but I am. I mean, what isn't she good at? But so what? I'm good at some things myself. Like this, for instance.
Perhaps a nice walk in the forest. Been there. Oh. How about a game of cards? Done that. Oh, I could help you finish off those delicious tarts left over from last night's dinner. Ate them. All of them. I want something to do. I can't stand just to sit. Don't blame yourself, Your Majesty. Even a queen can't stand and sit at the same time. I meant I'm bored out of my crown. Well, in that case, Your Highness, what you need is an interesting activity to do in your spare time. Oh, you need a hobby, Your Majesty. Well, even a queen may have an idle afternoon that she would like to fill up very soon. You simply need a royal recreation for your oh so noble situation. A hobby, Your Highness, would suit you just fine. Collecting stamps from exotic places. Or how about coins stamped with ancient faces? Raising goldfish, no, maybe redfish. Small fish, maybe no fish. How about gardening, perhaps bowling, or maybe knitting, or something more fitting. Horseback riding, the fun you see is in deciding on a hobby, Your Highness, fit for a queen. Trading gum cards, or raising orchids, bird watching, crossword puzzles, playing bridge, tennis doubles. You need a hobby, Your Highness, fit for a queen. Of course, those are just suggestions. Utterly unoriginal suggestions. Completely without creativity. Creativity? That's it. I shall find a hobby that helps me to uncover my hidden creative talents. I shall become an artist. How much longer, Your Majesty? Quiet. I'm trying to concentrate. Don't move a muscle. Don't even breathe. Taking up sculpting has been such a wonderful experience. I see the world in such a different way. What a truly rewarding hobby. So relaxing. So stimulating. Like a breath of fresh air. There, all done. So, what do you think? Oh, it's... Oh, I know what you mean. It leaves you breathless. Something like that, yes. Hey, what's that?
No way.
You've got to be kidding. Hannah! Hair! What do you two think of my sculpture?
It's amazing, Your Majesty. It's so much more than, and yet not too much more than, and certainly a lot less than, what can I say? It represents all rabbits.
And yet, no rabbit at all.
Exactly. It's the very essence of rabbitness.
You two really like it that much?
Oh, I may not know much about art, but I know a bunny when I see one.
Then I shall give it to you.
I beg your pardon, Your Majesty. For a moment there, I actually thought you said you were giving your statue to me.
But I am. In fact, I think it would be just darling as the centerpiece on the tea table.
My tea table? Oh, my. You really shouldn't. Seriously, I mean it.
It wouldn't be right. You must have grown fond of it yourself.
Oh, don't be silly. I can always make another one. Now I shall sign my name to it for you. Rabbit, the Royal Carvers. Now the Royal Jackhammer. Stand back. Congratulations! You are now the proud owner of an original queenly creation.
You had to let her think you liked this thing, didn't you?
Well, I assumed the Queen would want it herself. She's never been generous before.
Is anybody up here?
Just us art collectors.
What in the world is that thing?
What thing?
That thing you just dropped.
Oh, that. It's a sculpture.
A what?
A statue.
Gesundheit.
Handmade by the Queen just for me.
No offense, Mr. Hatter. But did it look like that before you dropped it?
For your information, Alice, this is a stately stone statue. A carefully crafted carving. A magnificent, monolithic, modern masterpiece.
Amazingly awesome alliteration.
So you're stuck with it, huh?
You got that right.
But, at least up here, we won't have to look at it.
Well, why do you want to hide it? I'm sure it's good for all kinds of things. Just think creatively. It's no beauty, that is true, but there's 1,000 things that you could do. You could use it to dry laundry, or maybe grind some corn. If you hollowed out the inside, then a pet could call it home. Looks like you're stuck, but it shouldn't be too hard to come up with some uses for this royal work of art. You could dress it as Godzilla to keep burglars from your home. You could use it as an anchor for a big ship in a storm. You could maybe pay an uncle to take it off your hands. You're stuck with this nuisance, but you can't lose heart. There's 1,001 uses for this royal work of art. It's no beauty, that is true, but there's a dozen, 100,000, million, billion, trillion things you could do.
You're right, Alice. This is a very useful statue. Therefore, I suggest we bury it, store it, up here for safekeeping until we decide exactly what to do with it.
Or until the end of time. Whichever comes first.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I saw the Queen on her way over here. She said something about stopping by.
What?
She's coming over here!
What a perfect spot for your statue. If I may say, it does wonders for this area.
Yes. It's a wonder that it's here.
Just think. Every single day when you sit down to tea, your statue will be here, looking over your shoulder.
Yes, just think.
So, my dear, what do you think of my little creation?
Oh, well, it's really big.
Isn't it? But you do like it.
Well, I can honestly say that it's not like anything I've ever seen before.
Then I'll tell you what. I'll make one for you, too.
Me? No, really, you shouldn't.
Oh, now, I really don't mind. They're not as hard to make as they look, if you've got the talent.
Don't look so glum, Alice. Think of it as your chance to start 2 new hobbies.
2?
Sure. Collecting art and collecting rocks.
That's okay, don't mind me.
Too late. I've lost my inspiration.
Inspiration? What do you mean?
My mood. That which inspires me. My emotional reason for wanting to create music. The thing I had before I was interrupted.
Sorry. Too bad the Queen's inspiration doesn't go away that easily.
The Queen?
She's decided to become an artist. And boy, is she inspired.
What kind of art does she create?
Well, it's really big and heavy.
You mean heavy as in deep and meaningful?
No, I mean as in weighs a lot. She carves statues out of stone. I'm afraid she's gonna give one to me.
Do you like her statues?
Well, not actually.
But because she's the Queen, you won't tell her what you really think.
That's true.
Well then, I have a story I think you should hear.
Once there was a dinosaur who loved to munch on trees. Pines, palms, oaks, and elms. He was a regular tree gourmet. But one day, after the dinosaur ate a forest for a midday snack, he ended up with a tree branch stuck between his teeth. He didn't know it was there, and his friends were too polite to tell him. Later that day, the dinosaur went to get his driver's license. He passed the test with flying colors, but when it was time to get his picture taken, he still had the branch stuck in his teeth, and still everyone was too polite to say anything. So when his license came in the mail, he was horrified. The picture was terribly embarrassing. But there was nothing he could do, because the license didn't expire until he became extinct.
I see what you're saying, but telling the Queen what I think isn't the problem.
I'd say it is. Since you didn't say her statues are bad, she assumes you think they're good.
Well, good or bad, I'm getting one.
You assume you're getting one. You don't know for sure. Personally, I wouldn't worry too much. The Queen tends to be a bit forgetful.
Hey, maybe you're right. Maybe I'm worried for nothing. Thanks, Your Majesty. But I was thinking, it's not really fair for you to give the statue to me. I mean, I'm not here all the time.
Oh, but you can enjoy it when you visit.
Yes, but, well, wouldn't it be better to give it to someone else?
But I can't give it to someone else. It would break your little heart.
I'll try to be brave.
Wait, I've got it.
You do?
Yes. Instead of taking away your statue, I'll make enough of them for everyone. For you.
Thank you. But you shouldn't have.
And for you. Thanks, but you shouldn't have.
You know, they're not so bad once you get used to them.
Not so bad.
They're awful. Come on, look on the bright side.
What bright side?
We could have 3 of them. Take a look a second time. In a certain light, they're quite sublime. They're not so bad, just a heavier form of art.
I took a look, and what did I see? 2 rock rabbits, nothing like you and me. We'd be better off if they were left underground.
But have you noticed their attributes lately? They're stable and solid and sturdy and stately.
Big and bulky, heavy and, well, big.
Make the best of what you got. You might find so bad it's not. Just look on the brighter side of it all.
Make the best of what you got. You might find so bad it's not. Just look on the brighter side of it all. I think I see what to say. They grow on you in a funny sort of way. They're not so bad, it's all in your attitude. If you open your mind,
If you open your heart,
you just might like these objects of art. If you look for the good in what you got, it's not so bad.
Maybe you're right. Maybe if we look at these statues long enough, we could learn to love them. Nah.
let's hide them in the trees.
Pick up those statues. We have a delivery to make to the Duchess. Oh, my beauties, you've ruined them. Such delicate creations. Fragile as butterfly wings. And you treat them like worthless slabs of stone.
Well, perhaps the Duchess won't notice that the statue is slightly broken.
The fact that the woman wouldn't know art if it fell on her is not the point. I am not the kind of queen that gives worthless gifts.
No, of course not, Your Majesty.
We're really sorry, Your Majesty. We don't deserve to own any of your lovely statues. We're too careless.
You should take them away from us. In fact, they're so valuable, you should take them away from everyone before more of them get broken.
But where would I put them?
In a museum, or better yet, in a sculpture garden.
Displayed for everyone's enjoyment, yet preserved safely for the ages.
For the ages, you say? A special place just for my little statues? It's a wonderful idea.
Shall we make the arrangements?
Immediately. We'll have a dedication ceremony this afternoon. Oh!
Well, if I do say so myself, I think I found the perfect little spot for these statues. Far away from everyone.
Yeah, and it sure was handy the way it was already fenced off.
Say, Hare, are you growing shorter?
I do have a sinking feeling. The ground here seems to be very soft.
Look at this sign I just found here.
Danger. Quicksand.
Woo! That was close.
We accidentally set the statues on quicksand.
Oh no! There go the statues! Well, the queen better get here soon, or we're sunk.
Oh, in more ways than one. Hey, here she comes.
Oh! When you said you'd pick an out-of-the-way spot, I had no idea you meant this far out of the way.
Don't you see, Your Majesty? It's safer this way.
Well, it is a lovely spot.
Yeah, and made even lovelier, Your Majesty, by having your statues in it.
I couldn't agree more. My statues bring you joy and touch your very soul. Each one a royal masterpiece, beautiful and whole. Every piece a masterpiece, original and new. Every piece a masterpiece, I made them just for you. My statues bring you beauty, they're priceless works of art. They bring you tons of happiness, straight from my heart. Every piece a masterpiece, original and new. Every piece a masterpiece, I made them just for you. My art is just the answer. It's really what you need. It offers inspiration. With that you can succeed. Every piece a masterpiece, original and new. Every piece a masterpiece, I made them just for you.
Exactly how we feel, Your Majesty. Now, if we could just wrap up this little ceremony.
I'd like to say a few words if you don't mind. What was that?
Toads?
You were saying about a few words, Your Majesty?
Yes, right. Fellow Wonderlandians, Lend me your ears. I wasn't finished.
How can mere words describe the beauty of your statues?
Where's that sound again? And another thing, the statues look shorter than I remembered.
Perhaps it's the tall grass. It makes them seem shorter.
Yes, I suppose that's it. And now I'd like to walk among my statues.
No, you can't go in there.
Excuse me?
Because the ground is a little damp.
You might even say wet.
After all you've done for us, we wouldn't want you to ruin your good shoes.
Oh, no. Walk out here was hard enough on them.
Yes, so why don't we go back to the palace and they'll all come by and thank you for those amazing statues.
Oh, yeah. I knew everyone liked them, but I had no idea they were this enthusiastic.
That was close.
Whoa. We'd better put the sign back.
Well, nothing lasts forever.
Especially the Queen's hobbies.
Thank goodness.
I think they look good right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dinah, I was thinking. Yvette never actually said she was good at all her hobbies. I just assumed she was good at all the things she likes to do. And I assume you want your dinner now, don't you? I thought so. Come on.